Good evening. It is with great honor that I welcome you to the Fall 2020 Graduate Nurse Pinning Ceremony for the presentation of Graduate Nurse Pins. Tonight's ceremony is a tradition within our profession and symbolizes the formal acceptance of these graduates into the nursing profession. In addition, it indicates the completion of your nursing education and the beginning of lifelong learning. These 14 graduates have worked long and hard to reach their goal, and we are fortunate to have you all join us here to celebrate in their tremendous achievements. We are so proud of you. We will commence tonight's ceremony with an invocation by Sister Juliana, our college chaplain.
Good evening. This ceremony is an occasion for deep felt gratitude and rejoicing. Nurses, the pin you will receive symbolizes a milestone in the desire you may have nurtured since childhood. Guided by your families, friends, and surely your instructors and mentors, you have taken to heart their confidence in you. Learning is ongoing, and wherever your special skills are most needed, here in the North Country or way beyond, rely on the foundation you have received at JCC. I invoke God's blessing on each of you and on all who have journeyed with you. Amen.
Thank you, Sister. Now, please allow me to introduce the President of Jefferson Community College, Dr. Ty Stone.
Distinguished guests, faculty, family, friends, and students, welcome to Jefferson Community College's Nursing Pinning Ceremony. I am truly honored to celebrate this esteemed group of students as they leave Jefferson Community College and begin their professional journeys in the selfless profession of nursing. Dedication to their calling and a tremendous amount of hard work has gotten them to this point, and it is what will keep them doing great work throughout their careers. Many of you will be working and serving this very community, which makes me beam with pride over your accomplishments and Jefferson's ability to serve our community's healthcare needs. Graduates, up to now, you have spent countless hours poring over endless assignments and lessons and rotating through a variety of clinicals that were created by our faculty, all carefully designed to ensure your future success as a nurse. I am certain there were long days, sleepless nights, ups and downs, as well as lots of smiles, and yes, even a few tears. You sacrificed a lot to get to this point, but you have persevered and made it through. We applaud you and your commitment to finishing what you started. A virtual pinning ceremony is certainly not what we had imagined when you began your nursing studies 24 months ago. This unprecedented time in our history has forced the college to recognize your achievements in a different way. More importantly, like your nursing peers who graduated in May, you will begin your professional careers in the midst of a global health crisis. You are without a doubt going to be challenged mentally and physically. You are now nurses who will provide care and comfort to others, often in their most difficult times. Nursing is a career that requires not only skill and knowledge, but also equal parts compassion and strength. Through your work as nurses, you will make a difference in the lives of others. The last 9 months of this pandemic have certainly reinforced, boldly underscored, what most of us already knew, that nurses are vital and invaluable in the healthcare spectrum. This is not the end of your development into the extraordinary nurses you will become. There's much more work ahead, but you are well prepared with the skills and the knowledge gleaned at Jefferson, combined with your own compassion and strength. Along with your families and friends that supported you to this point, please also remember that you have all of us here at Jefferson Community College cheering you on as well. We will always be a part of your extended family, and we are always here for you should you need us. So go on to do great things, nursing graduates. We salute you.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. I would now like to acknowledge our nursing faculty and nursing professional staff who have mentored our students and supported them throughout their program. Katie Hoystian, Julie Soul, Jamie Gibson, Cassandra Widrick Phillips, Kimberly Honeywell, Jody Pierce, Ashley Campbell, Mark Barrow, Valerie McGrath, Heather Natali, Dr. Marie Hess, Desiree Fuller, Shannon Phillips, Dr. Deborah Marcella, Dr. Christine Weber, Marla Clement, Tracy Schwendy Truax, Samantha Coulter, Jasmine Summers, Jennifer Castle, Carol Langtree. I would now like to introduce nursing student Emily Coinco, who will introduce the keynote speakers.
Thank you, Ms. Hoystian. It is my honor tonight to present two keynote speakers, who for us, the graduating weekend class of 2020, epitomizes the essence of service, dedication, leadership, and passion for nursing. As we introduced ourselves in our first day, as we did in all our classes, I will always remember Jamie's story. Jamie started by saying that since she was a small child, she always knew that she wanted to be a doctor. As her childhood dream was becoming a reality as a pre-med student, conducting orthopedics rotation, she realized that she didn't want to be a doctor. For her, being a doctor in training felt like her focus was more on the medical diagnosis, a hip fracture, carpal tunnel syndrome, arthritis, which left her a fleeting, meaningful interaction with her patients. This made her very unhappy. But she noticed that the nurses she worked with treated their patients holistically, as a whole person. And she decided this was the kind of relationship she wanted. This story illustrates our next speaker's love and passion for nursing and teaching, which comes across in her classes either in person or online, and her clinicals. Jamie finished her bachelor's degree in nursing from Russell Sage College and her master's in nursing education from SUNY Polytechnic Institute. In spite of a busy schedule with her family life, hospital work, teaching, and clinicals, as if that wasn't enough, Jamie's pursuit and love for learning and the knowledge that medicine and the nursing profession continuously evolves has led her to pursue a doctorate degree from Binghamton University, focusing in psychiatric mental health nursing this fall. Jamie has worked in Canton Potsdam Hospital since 2004 in various units, from the ambulatory surgery to the ER, and in different nursing capacities. In 2013, Jamie started her teaching career as an adjunct professor in SUNY Canton. It was at this time that she realized her love for teaching. In 2018, Jamie received the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Adjunct Teaching. The Chancellor's Award for Excellence is a recognition of and a tribute to the expertise and dedication and commitment of its awardee. It is a SUNY system-wide recognition of superior professional achievement. It is awarded to someone who personifies professional excellence and serves as a role model of the SUNY community, and one who provides outstanding support for the intellectual growth of individual students. The selection of the award nomination of an exemplary adjunct professor was made by both the faculty and students of the nursing department of SUNY Canton. Jamie moved to Jefferson Community College by a draw of luck, as part of the requirement of her master's degree in nursing education. Jamie started teaching at JCC in 2017 and has been with us since. As I asked the class for one word that would best describe Jamie, the most common word mentioned was that Jamie is an amazing teacher. I think everyone in our class will always remember the difference between Cushing's disease and Addison's disease, based on the illustrations and the lecture that we had. The stories she interjected made the disease processes more meaningful and relevant. In the midst of this pandemic and our switch to online learning, Jamie adapted her teaching style and provided us with the different opportunities to learn. From posting class PowerPoints a week or two before class, online Blackboard lecture and discussion time, and weekly check-in times. She was an email away and would respond within 24 hours. Jamie has reached out and gone out of her way to ensure that we had the response and the support that we needed to succeed in our studies. I believe that a student's clinical success is largely a reflection of one's clinical instructor. Jamie has very high expectations when you come to clinical. You'd better be on top of your game and know your patient's medical diagnosis, links to one's labs, why the patient is taking certain meds, how all this affects your patient, and what the best patient interventions are. But don't worry too much, because you can always call a friend for help. This daunting process has challenged us and pushed us to think outside the box. Having a supportive, encouraging, and safe learning environment has given us the opportunity to believe in ourselves, to believe that we know more than we think we do, and that we are prepared to practice as nurses. From the weekend nursing class of 2020, thank you for everything you have done for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Jamie Gibson.
Congratulations to the Jefferson Community College Weekend Nursing Class of 2020. 2020 has been a very challenging year in so many ways. But the challenges that were faced by the class of 2020 represents that they can handle any obstacle that is put in front of them. Nurses, you have worked hard to get where you are today. It has not been easy, but no one ever said that nursing school would be easy. And no one ever said that you would be faced with a pandemic. You have all been faced with many uncertainties and many unknowns. Through it all, you remain flexible and optimistic. You have leaned on one another for support and guidance, but most of all, you remember the reason why you began this journey: to care for others. I remember when we first were challenged head on with this pandemic. I had several students instantly ask, how can we help? You were not scared of the unknown virus, and you were far from selfish.
The only thing you could think of was getting out into the community and helping the ones that needed assistance. At this moment, I knew I was looking at a group of future nurses. It was already in your blood and in your soul. What makes this graduating class so unique? It is the last graduating class of 2020. 2020 is said to be the year of the nurse. This year, we honor this noble profession. Please know that being a nurse is not a privilege. It is an honor. Never take this profession for granted. Be proud that this profession has chosen you to lead, to change, and make a difference in every patient you touch. You are the year of the nurse. You are the 200th anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth. You are a representation of this historical year, and you are the heart and soul that lives on as Florence Nightingale. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Gibson. Tonight's next speaker is a known name in the nursing community in upstate New York, for she is an upstate New York native. Julie received her bachelor's in science degree in nursing from Syracuse University and her master's of science in nursing as a clinical nurse specialist with a minor in education from SUNY Upstate Medical University. Julie worked in Samaritan Hospital for 23 years, from med-surg to the telemetry floor, coronary care, and the intensive care unit. With her vast bedside nursing experience across different hospital specialties, she became a clinical educator for the critical care unit in Samaritan Hospital, and later the manager of the intensive care unit, the progressive care unit, and the coronary care unit. Her love for bedside nursing instinctively led her to share her skills and knowledge through teaching. In 1983, Julie started teaching as a Jefferson Community College adjunct clinical instructor. Her passion is to help interested nursing students become competent, compassionate, and professional nurses. In 2000, Julie's incessant desire for self and professional growth led her to move to SUNY Upstate Medical University in Syracuse as a travel registered nurse in the adult emergency department. Her work ethics and contribution to improving the quality of nursing earned her the position of patient nurse leader, or nurse manager, of the adult emergency department of SUNY Upstate Medical University, a post she held from 2005 until 2011. Julie returned to Jefferson Community College as the director of the weekend nursing program and as an assistant professor in nursing in 2011. In 2019, Julie earned her associate professor status while maintaining the directorship of the weekend nursing program of Jefferson Community College. We are very fortunate to have Julie as our instructor. Not only did she teach us about the importance of professionalism, leadership, dedication, advocacy, and compassion in nursing, she practiced them. We learned that being a nurse means being an advocate for our patient. Julie was our advocate. She always had the best interest of her students at heart. Julie frequently advocated for us, from the hot summer days of not having any air conditioner in the classroom to the importance of a face-to-face and hands-on nursing learning experience. In the midst of the many uncertainties due to the pandemic, we thank you for advocating for the continuation of the time-honored tradition of the nursing pinning ceremony. Thank you for being our voice. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." As I asked people from our class to describe Julie, the word compassionate frequently came up. Julie often reminded us the importance and need for self-care in the midst of the stress in nursing school. She provided advice, words of wisdom, and comfort to those who were discouraged and struggling. On behalf of the graduating weekend class of 2020, thank you for all your encouragement and for pushing us to be the best that we can possibly be. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Ms. Julie So.
Good evening. Welcome to the 10th Annual Jefferson Community College Weekend Nursing Pinning Ceremony. This ceremony represents the culmination of 2 years of intense, time-consuming, physically and emotionally demanding, rigorous work by each of the 14 remarkable graduate student nurses honored tonight, and it is truly a remarkable achievement. I am deeply honored to have been asked to be one of your keynote speakers. I could not be prouder of each and every one of you. I would like to thank the good Lord for his blessings, followed by a very special thank you to the United States military. It is because of them that we have the freedom to do what we do. Thanks to each of you watching this presentation, for sharing your loved ones, for supporting, encouraging, covering for, and standing by these students every other Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the past 2 years. To the Jefferson Community College Board of Trustees, our administration, faculty, professional and support staff, security, facilities, IT, and all who have contributed to make this day possible, we extend our most sincere thank you. On a personal level, thank you to my family and friends. They keep me grounded and surrounded by love. Lastly, but most certainly not least, my heartfelt thanks to the graduating class of 2020 weekend nursing students. Your commitment, dedication, sacrifices, and hard work have gotten you to this point. Graduate nurses prepared to take the Registered Professional Nurse National Council of Licensure examinations. Congratulations, you did it. In one of the very first Nursing 111 labs, we share our lab motto, established by previous nursing faculty member, Mrs. Marlene Johnson. The photo depicts a little girl standing behind her friend and gently pushing her up toward the top of a hill. The caption reads, "When you help someone up a hill, you get that much closer to the top yourself." Although this motto has always had special meaning, this year it feels especially poignant as the COVID pandemic restrictions make it feel like students have been asked to go to the top of Mount Everest. As part of my introductory lecture, while discussing the importance of teamwork to the RN healthcare profession, I asked students to look around at their classmates and assure them that over the course of the next 2 years, they will become family. This often results in raised eyebrows, questioning glances, and nonverbal expressions which seem to say, "Are you kidding me? No way will these strangers become like family." I very much wish that the group was here in person tonight so you could see firsthand that they have indeed become a nursing school family. Franklin Delano Roosevelt is quoted as saying, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." This group of students has navigated pretty much everything other than smooth seas, being required to transition from in-person lecture, lab, and clinical experiences to an environment that consists completely of remote learning has made an already challenging curriculum astronomically more difficult. But you persisted and you made it. It goes without saying that you leave Jefferson Community College in unprecedented times as you step forth into the busy, demanding, exciting, often frightening, sometimes frustrating, challenging, yet ultimately deeply rewarding world of being an RN. You have many unique opportunities. As you become direct caregivers, teachers, mentors, and patient advocates, you can be a true inspiration and a lifesaver to those whose lives you touch each and every day. What I would like to leave you with is the following. Number 1, always remember the golden rule. Treat others as you would hope to be treated. Have your closest loved ones treated. Somehow when you do this, the rest falls into place. Number 2, practice safety. for yourselves and for those you care for. Lives depend upon you for this. Number 3, find balance in your life. Take care of yourself in order to have what you need to care for others. Set parameters, give what you can, but save enough of yourself for you and your loved ones. Number 4, laugh often. Laughter heals the soul. Even though you may experience extremely turbulent seas, be sure to have fun on your incredible journey. Number 5, inspire others. Make competent, compassionate patient care your passion. They need you. Number 6, embrace change. Nursing is a profession where you get to learn and do something different every single day because no two patients are the same. Go out there and make the difference. The world needs you. You have made yourselves, your loved ones, and your faculty very proud. I am truly blessed to have gotten to know and work with each and every one of you. I wish all of you life's very best, both personally and professionally. Take care of yourselves. I shall truly miss you. Love you to the moon and back. Congratulations.
On behalf of the nursing department, we will now present several special awards.
When the weekend program had its first graduating class, my sister and I thought it would be fitting to recognize a graduate in memory of our parents, Donald and Madeline Hess. So this award is given to an individual selected by the nursing faculty, which exemplifies leadership, compassionate patient care, and the love of the nursing profession. We are pleased to recognize Adrian Priscilla as this year's recipient of the Hess Family Excellence in Nursing Award.
SMC Heart of Nursing Award. The heart values at SMC exemplify our commitment to creating a culture that values excellence in patient care and services. Samaritan's continued commitment to a theory-driven nursing practice is evidenced by our integration of Gene Watson's caring theory. The caring theory provides the nurse a compass to demonstrate the heart values. HEART stands for honesty, empathy, accountability, respect, and trust. The caring theory guides the nurse in fulfilling these values. Honesty. The caring nurse must always be honest with herself, patients, and other care providers. Open and honest conversations that inform a broader understanding of the therapeutic needs of the patient and those who provide care are essential for healing to begin. Empathy. The caring nurse is a role model for exceptional service that understands the patient and family needs and desires for optimal outcomes. This nurse recognizes that the whole body, mind, spirit person, not just the reason for the admission, is in his or her care. The nurse supports and advocates for the patient and family and works collaboratively with other members of the healthcare team to assure the needed and desired care is provided. Accountability. The caring nurse recognizes that being accountable for care decisions and actions assures authentic interactions with patients, families, and other care providers. This authenticity is a fundamental part of the patient experience and the care outcomes. Respect. The caring nurse understands that respect of self, patients, families, and other care providers is the foundation of effective care delivery. Suspending judgment and criticism will allow for creative solutions to complex problems to emerge. Trust. The caring nurse approaches each patient or family with intention to address care needs. The patient and family trust that quality care is provided and trust that the nurse will do the right thing. This is the essence of a healing environment. The caring nurse, guided by the principles of Dr. Watson's theory, established the caring and healing environment that drives patient-centered care. This nurse clearly says, "I am the heart of Samaritan." Criteria. The student who clearly and consistently demonstrates the caring characteristics of the heart values, that caring is more than providing physical care and fulfilling assigned task, that caring is an integral part of everything the nurse does, and that this is the intention of the nurse, that a caring and healing environment is the foundation of exceptional nursing care, listens to what the patient and/or family desires in addition to what they need, finds meaning in what she or he does. This year, the award goes to Kate Shaw.
The Mercy Hospital Alumni Award was established to honor a graduating senior who exemplifies the traditions of the Mercy Hospital School of Nursing. The tradition based on this mission of Catherine McCauley, founder of Sisters of Mercy, to care for the sick and the poor. The School of Nursing, which closed in 1970, embodied the values of the Sisters of Mercy of excellence, caring, and service to the sick. It is these values that we recognize tonight. The Jefferson Community College Nursing Department and the Jefferson Community College Foundation are grateful to the Mercy Hospital Alumni Association for their generous support. This year's recipient of the Mercy Hospital Alumni Award is Jessica Harris.
The Marion Brennan Personal Growth in Nursing Award was established in 2003 to recognize a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding growth in character, personal development, and skills while pursuing a nursing degree at Jefferson Community College. The award is given in honor of Marion Moody Brennan, a 1973 graduate of Jefferson's nursing program. Mrs. Brennan earned her degree at the age of 53 after raising 9 children. As a registered nurse, Mrs. Brennan worked at Carthage Area Hospital until her retirement from the position of head nurse in the maternity department, where she also served as a Lamaze instructor. Mrs. Brennan believed that one should value each person's worth, treating everyone with respect and inspiring each to do their best. Education is all a person lacks to become the best they can be. Mrs. Brennan passed away on January 2nd, 2003. She would certainly be pleased to know that in her memory, a nurse's achievement will be recognized. The Jefferson Community College Nursing Department and the Jefferson Community College Foundation are grateful to the family of Marion Brennan for establishing this award in memory of this outstanding nurse. The recipient of the Marion Brennan Personal Growth in Nursing Award is Emily Coinco.
Congratulations to our award recipients honored this evening. I would now like to introduce nursing student Ryan Lopez, who will present the class reflections.
On behalf of the Weekend Nursing Option, Class of 2020, I would first like to thank the friends and family who supported us, or maybe just tolerated us over these last couple of years, who rearranged their lives to accommodate our constantly evolving schedules and long hours. I would also like to give thanks to our incredible instructors we have had. Thank you for your dedication to us and your passion for your career field. I stand before you, not quite sure how I got here, but thankful for the opportunity to represent my class. This program has been incredibly difficult at times and very frustrating. I found myself alongside nurses who have been practicing for years, and I say to myself, what do I know? But as I look to my classmates, it's clear how far we've come, molded by the experience gained through endless chapters of reading, long days of lecture, clinical, and the dreaded simulations of lab. This class began with 24 students, and although it's disappointing to see some of them leave, the real struggle was to know that one less person would be in lab, increasing my odds of being selected for the daunting task of primary nurse. As primary nurse, a student would have to demonstrate their skills in simulated hospital settings in front of their peers and in front of Julie. Act casual, don't look her in the eyes, and maybe she'll pick on somebody else. Her gaze like a spell affecting everyone except Jordan, making even the simplest tasks seem impossible. On the bright side, she always made us confident that we had room to improve. And the Oscar for Best Actor has got to go to Mark Barrow. Nobody can replicate the panicked cries of an elderly woman post-bowel resection quite like Mr. Barrow, taking our simulations to new heights. In hindsight, these events were great educational tools, and the stress was always motivation to take notes and study, and for that I am thankful. Clinicals began early in the morning, but when fresh snow packed under our feet, we knew another year had come to pass and we were that much closer. I knew being a guy in this program would bring about some unique experiences, but I'll never forget walking into my patient's room for the first time. He had been told a nursing student was going to come give him a bath, and judging by the look in his eyes, I'm pretty sure I wasn't who he was expecting. Clinicals are always tough though. Long nights, preparing even longer lists of medications, practicing words like hydrochlorothiazide to myself in front of my computer in the hopes of sounding smart the next day. I will always value the breadth of experience gained through those clinicals, from the keep home to labor and delivery, which was not my favorite part, and med-surg. And remember doing all those care plans. I shouldn't complain though, because somebody had to read all 40 pages of Clarissa's. But let's not forget the best part about clinicals, the free lunch. No bad day can compete with a sky-high salad plate, 2 entrees, and a piece of chocolate cake. The freshman 15 really doesn't have anything on nursing school. I can't overlook lecture though, the commitment of these instructors to spend day after day trying to cram all that information into my head, when all I could really think about is if anyone would notice if I got up and got another donut. Second semester had us chowing down on Galactic cookies, veggie platters, and chicken wings that I'm pretty sure weren't vegan. But those early mornings started off right, with copious amounts of hand-holding, back massages, and so much essential oil. Third semester had us a little nervous, but with a little help from Dr. Hess, we emerged even more betterer than before. But before we could spring forward to the finish line, coronavirus would have us doing what Julie always said we would be doing, adapting. Although I would never say it to their faces, I quickly began to miss my crew of ne'er-do-wells that I'd come so far with. And what would I do without Amy around, correcting me all the time? As you have guessed, we survived. No longer meeting in person, we took to the Zoom classroom, and even some clinical experiences became virtually impossible. The unique struggle of our class, like a scar on our face, just making us look cooler, but no matter, we did what we always do, put our nose to the grindstone and got it done. The challenges of nursing school in 2020 are behind us, but it is unlikely they will be our last. But it is with great confidence that I say this class of nurses will be ready to face any obstacles that lie ahead. Congratulations, class of 2020.
We will now begin the presentation of nurse pins for the graduate nursing class of fall 2020. Jennifer Castle's clinical group. Amy Aldrich, pinned by her son, Theodore Aldrich. Sharonda Anderson, pinned by Michelle James. Jessica Harris, pinned by her husband, Randy Harris. Sally Ann Jackson, pinned by her mother-in-law, Paula Jackson. Ryan Lopez, pinned by his instructor, Jennifer Castle. Katie Shaw, pinned by her instructor, Jennifer Castle. Jamie Gibson's clinical group. Caitlin Abbas, pinned by her father, Peter Abbas. Emily Coinco, pinned by her instructor, Julie Soul. Jordan Gardner, pinned by her mother, Robin Struder. Alexis Harvey, pinned by her fiance, Zach Burrows. Stacy Lawton, pinned by Tyler Skolinski. Adrian Pasella, pinned by her children, Abe and Rachel. Sarah Peters, pinned by her instructor, Jamie Gibson. Clarissa Warrington, pinned by her instructor, Julie Soul. I now present to you the graduate nurses of Jefferson's class of 2020. They have requested Julie Soul read the Candle of Unity pledge on the behalf of their class. I ask that they follow along and recite the pledge at home.
Tonight, we unite as nurses with one common goal: to enhance physical and psychosocial health. We dedicate ourselves to walk beside others as they experience all aspects of life from birth to death. We promote wellness and show compassion in illness. We assist and respect others as they make choices about health care. We dedicate ourselves to promote the well-being of individuals, families, and communities. Realizing that this is a combined effort, we pledge cooperation with other healthcare professionals. Our goal is to give the best possible nursing care to all in an effort to achieve optimum physical and psychosocial health.
Congratulations once again to our nursing graduates. Sister Juliana will conclude our ceremony with a benediction, followed by a thank you presentation from the class. Thank you and good evening.
Nurses, you have worked through challenges unique to these times. Going forward, let the words of your promise and the light of your candle be ever within your reach. Encourage one another as colleagues now. To those who are fearful, give reassurance that you are there for them. Be gentle. I have missed the sounds of your comings and goings to the nursing department, but you have been in my prayers every day. With God's all-encompassing love, be blessed. Amen.